channel. It's Elizabeth from crochetandcraftwithme.com, and today I have a video for you. We are going to be making hats. It is almost fall. It was snowing here in Colorado this week, so we are back to hat season, and today I want to show you how to make a super simple hat with a band at the bottom. So I made mine into Colorado hats, but these would work for any basic hat that you wanted to try. I have one in pink, one in gray. You could do, blue. You could do this in men's or women's. This is a size for men or women. Of course, this one is gray, and this one has a double band. I will be showing you a single stripe today in this video tutorial, and if you could see, there is a band at the bottom to gather around the bottom of your hat so that it stays on well. So I hope you can join me for this tutorial. It should be a lot of fun, and they are pretty easy to make, pretty beginner friendly if you're just learning crochet. We will go slow so you can learn how to do it with us. We will jump right in. Also, these will be available in my Etsy shop. I will link the description below. These are Colorado hats. If you happen to live in Colorado or want to send one to someone who lives in Colorado, they are ready to go, so I will put them into my Etsy shop. Let's get started. Okay guys, so for this project you are going to need a few items. The first item is your crochet hook. I have a G hook with me today. I have a yarn needle, I have a pair of scissors, and some acrylic yarn. This is 4-ply. This is from Michael's Craft Smart. This is from Walmart. You can use up what you have. The white is for the stripe in the project, and so if you have want to make a stripe, then you can go ahead and get a second color. Otherwise, you could just do one color. And so we are going to get started. We have all our materials. Okay, so to start, we are going to start with our magic circle. We are going to place it around our fingers twice, and then I'm going to pull through a hoop and twist, and then chain one. And then I'm going to chain another one, and I'm going to start by placing 9 double crochets inside the magic circle. We do not include the chain in the count of the 9. And when we get to 9, we will join back at the beginning of the project. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now the great thing about the magic circle is you can cinch it shut and have the top of your hat. That's what creates a nice top for your hat. And so then I'm going to join to the chain at the beginning and chain 2. Now, if you do not know how to do the magic circle and you can't figure it out, you can also start by chaining 4 and then going into the 4th chain from the hook and starting your stitches inside the 4th chain. It just won't be as tight as a magic circle, but it does work as well. So for row 2, we're going to start by placing 2 double crochets in each double crochet on the last row. So I start inside this V here, and I'm going to place 2 double crochets inside each stitch. This will double our amount of stitches. We started with 9, and then we are going to have 18 at the end of this row. So, is it getting winter where you are? It's getting winter here, slowly. We had a bunch of snow yesterday in September in Colorado, which is very unusual. And it's supposed to be back nice on the weekend. But you never know. We have these cold spells here. My hair is getting tangled. We have these cold spells here, so it's time to make some hats. And if you sell them, these are great items to sell at the market. I always have a lot of good luck with hats if you especially live in a cold weather climate. So when I get back to the beginning, I am going to join to my chain with a slip stitch and chain 2. So I should have 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, so that's row 2. Now for row 3. Okay, so for the third row, we are going to be doing the pattern 2 and then 1. So we are going to double crochet 2 in the first V, and then we are going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch. 2 double crochets, and then 1. All the way around. And when we get to the end of this row, we should have 27 stitches. So this is a great hat to make for winter time. Covers up the ears, it gathers at the bottom. So this would be a good one if you wanted to do some Christmas gifts. They would make some great Christmas gifts. You could do all different colors. You could do a stripe or not do a stripe. It really depends on what you prefer. You could make it a team color. You could make it your state color, like how I did Colorado in my hats. It really just is up to you. There's a lot of versatility in this type of hat. So this is the adult size. Maybe I'll do a kid's one later on, but this is the adult size hat. All right, so we're going to join to the top, and that is row 3. We did 2, 1, 2, 1 all the way around for 27 stitches and join to the top. So for the next one, we're going to chain 2, and we are going to go into the V again and do 2 in the first stitch, and then 1 in the next stitch, and 1 in the next stitch. And we're going to repeat that pattern around again, creating 9 more stitches, increasing on this row. And I will meet you back when I get this row done, so you don't have to just watch. But just remember the pattern 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, okay? I will meet you back. Okay, so I am at the end of the 4th row, and at the end of row 4 you should have 36 stitches. And then you will join to the top and chain 2. For the 5th row, you will place 2 in the first V again, and we're going to increase again. So this time we are going to do 4, 1, 2, 3 for this one, 3. And again, the written tutorial is on my blog, so that you can follow along on there as well. So then 2 and then 3. So I just did 2, the V, and then I'm going to do 3 double crochets in the next 3 stitches. 2, oops, lost that one. And then 3. All right, and so when we get to the end of this row, I will meet you back, and we'll do row 6. All right, guys, so I just reached the end of that row. That was row 5, and so I'm going to join with the slip stitch and chain 2. So now we have 5 rows on our hat. We are going to increase for 1 more row, and then we will work down through the bottom of the hat. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the 2 stitches in the V again, and then do 4 double crochets, 2, 3, 4, and that's in each of the next 4. Oops, lost it a little. And then 2 in the V again. So how you can always check your hats is if you have V's all the way up through, you know that your pattern is going correctly. All those increases should line up together. And then we'll do 4 double crochets in the next 4. And I will meet you back at the beginning of the row again. Okay guys, so we are at the end of row 6. At the end of row 6 you should have 54 stitches, and what we're going to do is join, of course, back to our hat, and chain 2. So for the next several rows, we are going to just crochet around the hat. We're not going to increase anymore. We're just going to build down the hat until we get to row 10. I am going to switch out to white in row 10 to create a stripe. You can choose to do that or not, and I will meet you at row 10. So we will just create one double crochet in each stitch around the hat. No more increasing. Okay guys, so we are now at the end of row 9, and I am going to join, and then we are going to switch colors. Sorry about that. So I cut my yarn. This is how I do it. So I'm going to put my hook in to hold it. I cut my yarn and I make a knot right on my spot where I changed my color. All right, and then with the new color, I'm going to chain 2. All right, and then I'm going to hold these two beneath me, beneath the hat, and I'm going to work them in so I can not have to tuck in as much later. So I'm going to double crochet over my tail ends, and this is going to create my stripe. So I will crochet around the hat and then meet you back to change colors again back to the gray. Okay, I'm at the end of row 10, and you see I have my double crochet stripe all the way around. What we're going to do is join it to the beginning again, and I am going to change colors again. So I'm going to cut my yarn, and then I'm going to, this is just how I do it. Maybe you have your own method. Some people don't cut it, some people just work it in for a little while. It just depends. It's how you want to do it. So I chain 2 with the new color, and then I am going to continue to double crochet. So I am going to do, let's see, 3 more rows, and I will meet you back. We'll work on the bottom of the hat. We're at the end of the 13th row. We are going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the first one. Now this time we're not going to chain 2, we're going to kind of turn it sideways and chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this part is going to create the bottom gathered part of the hat, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and in each one across until we get, so we're going to do 4 of them. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a slip stitch right here and another slip stitch right next to it, and then we're going to chain 1. Then we're going to turn the hat, and we're going to go back and single crochet in the back loops only of the 4 single crochets we did. 3, and for the last one we're going to single crochet in both loops and then chain 1. Turn our work and single crochet through both loops again, and then single crochet in the next 3. Sorry. 2, 3. Then we're going to slip stitch into the next bottom of the hat stitch, the next one, slip stitch again, and chain 1. Then single crochet in the back loops only, except for the last single crochet, chain 1. So we're going to work that across, and this is going to create our ribbing for our bottom of our hat. So single crochet and single crochet in the back loops only of the next 3. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch in the next available stitch in the hat, slip stitch in the one next to that, and chain 1. Flip your work, single crochet in the back loops, single crochet, and then single crochet in both loops. I'm going to continue this pattern across the bottom of the hat, and I will meet you back when I am finished with that. So keep working this pattern around the bottom of the hat. It makes a nice gathered band. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we are at the end of our ribbing, and we are going to finish off. So I did my last 2 slip stitches. I did not do a chain. What I'm going to do is cut my yarn and thread this shut, and then we will whip stitch it closed. So get out your yarn needle, and you will, what I like to do is kind of hide the stitches best I can. So I kind of like to do a stitch that goes back and forth. But you can do it a whip stitch or however you want. I like this one because it kind of hides it a little bit more. And cinch it shut here. And then I will tuck in my ends. Just find a place to hide them. Kind of go across to make sure it doesn't come out. All right, and we will cut it off. And then if there's any other ends inside, you can cut this. You can push those through as well. But I tried to kind of do them as I went so that I wouldn't have a bunch of ends to weave in. There might be one more, but I'll get that one. So anyway, there is your hat. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed creating this hat today. This would be a great gift or a fun project just to keep your head warm or the kiddos' heads warm this winter. If you decide to do this project, I would love to hear about it. You can respond in the comments on my blog, crochetandcraftwithme.com, or you could tag me on Instagram at Elizabeth Crochet and Craft with Me. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, whenever you are, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Have a great one. Bye-bye.